Yes, welcome to the Jamaican Young Police Channel. You know, this is part two. Yeah, this is part two of the Uglisome lawsuit against the Commissioner of Police and the Police Service Commission and the Public Service Commission and the Permanent Secretary. Yes, to my loyal viewers and subscribers, welcome. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not support or subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in, at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, in preemptive strikes, because preemptive strikes save lives, yes. So, we're embarking on, on part two with Uglisome, suing them. Whether or not you like him or not, if his lawsuit is restructured, stating those points, unless he's just doing it for sure to get some form of notoriety. Because in Jamaica, we know in Jamaica, the easiest way for you to get popular in Jamaica is to hate the police. And Uglisome is a police hater. Yeah, once you're batting against the police and all that, yeah, you will become popular. Yeah, say everything about the police. Yeah, even compliment, even encourage people to dirt the police or anything. You understand? That's how you rise to prominence in Jamaica. If you're a law-abiding citizen, no, nobody want to. You have no place in the Jamaican space, because the massive don't want to hear that, because Babylon and police are wicked in Jamaica. That's the thing. Because in Jamaica, yeah, the people who commit crime, them innocent, and the people who do not commit crime, they're angels. And how dare the police stop and search any of these people, whether the angels or the carousing. But look, the police know who are the angels and who are the carousings, And we're not going to say that sometimes innocent people do not get caught up in the drug net, because that is a part of policing, and we're not going to make any excuse of that. So we'll continue the journey. So I want you to listen, what we have to say in regards to this man. We alone some last. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Yeah, look here. Let me give. You had something with the Police Officer Association should have done years ago. Yeah, you understand. But let me give you a little more background if you want to file a good lawsuit. Your lawyer should have outlined. And I'm just helping out you and your lawyer and them thing to get rid of the Commissioner of Police. Not that they have anything against the man, but the man is not police. If you want to be police, you should have got training school. And that's what I say. You understand? We don't know say you're labor right already, because he was the Prime Minister, National Security Advisor. I don't know what kind of advisor can give the Prime Minister, but hey, because them create the system, them they are the criminals, the real criminals. But anyway, we ain't lonesome. Yeah, this is my message to you and them thing and your liar. What you should have done is that first you should have placed that the Commissioner of Police is there illegally. He has no business being the Commissioner of Police of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, because he's not a certified police officer, and his appointment is political, and it has nothing. There's no merit. He has no merit, no service, no experience in law enforcement to be the Commissioner of Police. And then the lawyer would outline, this would be like having the chief neurosurgeon for a neurological department at an hospital, and that neurosurgeon, the head of the neurosurgery department, head doctor, has no experience or training or certification, and that will make a vast argument, a proper argument in front of the court, and the court could not dismiss it, because, and then then you put it, you cannot appoint a person to become a judge without that person have certification, going to law school and experience and stuff like that, and have experience in trying case. This one have no police experience. So that is what you should have done. And you're a liar, but your liar not thinking, because he's not a police, because that is what you're saying. Major Antony is not a police, he's a made police. He's not a police because he has no police training, nothing. You understand? And if the police commissioner now is a police manager, you're supposed to know that but he cannot have police powers. To have police power, you have to be certified at the police training school. Just like a lawyer, you have to be certified at the bar. And what the government have been doing from the PMP did it in 1994 is illegal, because these posts are reserved for people who are certified law enforcement officers, and he's not. That is what the lawyer should have done. And we know some of them messed up big time. So you have to go refile a suit. Refile it, said the man has been selected for the job, and he's illegitimate. He's illegitimate, and he should not be there as a police officer because he has no certification, no experience, nothing. And he's going to be appointed there because he's a political activist and a political supporter of the GLP, LGBTQ plus government. And then the court will rule, and you see, once the court rule, no other, well, and then if the PMP, I don't know, the only reason why the PMP will go with is just because they want to get rid of Major Antony Anderson, because they may ask him resign. Not that they want to get rid of him on that grounds, but that is the only grounds that you're going to get rid of him. That he's not a certified police officer, and he is illegitimate, and the appointment is null and void because he has no law enforcement certification. That's the only thing. Everything else is garbage. It's not going to work because all of the complaint about the murders and all them things. He has nothing to do with it. Alright? Yeah, so we continue what he says. He said Anderson must give an account. And this is what he says, He says, Commissioner Major Antony, according to Brown, the time has come for a Commissioner of Police, Major Antony Anderson, to truly give an account for his stewardship of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Brown said, the filing is on behalf of the Jamaican citizens and members of the diaspora. Donovan Collins represents him. I was motivated to list myself as one of the applicants to the lawsuit because the Public Service Commission and the Police Service Commission acted improperly and negligently when Major Anderson was selected Commissioner of Police. Yes, and that part is good, and the reason why is because he's not a certified police officer. That's the only, you can see, that's the only government agency have no convicted criminals. Nobody with a criminal record, the police force. But the only reason why he's there right now, Major Antony Anderson, is because he was selected. He's not a police officer. The Commissioner of Police is not a police officer. You understand? But, it's not the, I am not going to laud him or anything like that because they had killed Corporal Oliver last year, and they messed up with the man, gun salute, and he went there, the following day, and they didn't even promote the man, you understand, so I don't have no respect for the man, period. That is just me, but because my labor, I saw them stay, all of the politicians, the man, and thing. So Major Antony is a politician too, you understand, in uniform, you understand. So, yeah, so Lonesome said, I was motivated to list myself as one of the applicants. And, so we know Major Anderson is illegitimate, and, illegitimate, and because he have no police certification. The lawsuit will cause politicians to stop interfering with exercising independent powers granted to such public bodies, Brown told the Observer Online. In the lawsuit statement of fact, Brown legal team alleged that the lives of the Jamaicans have been negatively affected by the high rate and pervasiveness of crime, murders and violence in Jamaica, and they have lost returns on investment made in business venture in Jamaica as people are in fear of their lives and hesitant to do business in Jamaica. Well, Brown, that sounds like a political statement because you have no business in Jamaica, because I see the people them a build hotel every day and everything, so that is just garbage. That sounds like a political statement, and you start spread propaganda and everything upon Jamaica. And that may I support Major Anderson, but I already said the words that you and your lawyer should use. So the man is not a police officer. And you understand, it's just like if you have, you cannot use a carpenter for work on a car. He have to be a certified, he have to be a mechanic, he have to have experience and him certification, you understand. And this man as commissioner of police has none. And see him bring all a man over from military and turn him into an officer. Yeah, so you understand. So we continue the journey. Further, it is alleged that since the appointment of Commissioner, Jamaica has been experienced wanton spate of crime and criminality. The homicide rates have increased over the continuing tenure of the Commissioner and are epidemic levels by United Nations standard. Major Antony Anderson has had a distinguished military career in the Jamaica Defence Force spanning 34 years, culminating in his 6 years tenure as Chief of the Defence Staff. Since coming to the Jamaica Constabulary Force in March 2018, he has been instrumental in modernizing the physical infrastructure, acquiring major equipment and developing personnel to create a more flexible, capable, driven force. Hey, look here. This man is a dismal feel when we come on to the police force. We live in the 21st century where Jamaica is one of the most violent places on earth. And this man, Major Antony Anderson, he hasn't done anything to modernize the personnel in the police force. Every police officer who graduated from the police training school or National Police College of Jamaica name or something like that, as they graduate, even the night of graduation, yes, or you wait till them go to them division, every police officer is supposed to have a keep and carry weapon. Jamaica is a violent place. Every other person in Jamaica have an illegal gun, and they're not afraid to use it. Look what happened to our DC 4 site in St. Thomas. It's 3 shots him getting. You saw the boy calling him up. So yeah, we support we alone some that part there, the lawsuit, because I would yes, but only if it is filed in that manner, that the man is illegitimate. He has no certification in law enforcement. You understand? Yeah, that would be the best case of the lawsuit. That he's a political appointee and he's not a police officer. And you cannot appoint somebody to be a police officer. A police officer has to be a trained person. So you have to make the case. You have to make the case for the court. But you should ask Bert Samuels, because Bert Samuels is a proper PNP LGBTQ plus lawyer and smart. Bert Samuels is using one way you get this award. It's a legal aid lawyer, you get to file a lawsuit, and look how much money you get from the thing where you say now sue them for Zozo and the Zozo and the SOE. Man, if you use the money and get good lawyer, man, how much money you make? Use it and file. So the man is not a certified police officer. You understand? You cannot you can't take somebody off of the street and give them a plane and say flight and you say, boy, yeah, you're a pilot, and so it go. You have to train and get him certification. So it's just like with the commissioner of police. He's not a police officer. He's a political act. Yeah, and you say, boy, police force corrupt. The entire Jamaica corrupt. Or who corrupt it? At them see, man, both political party when them in a government. You understand? The PMP do it for 18 years. And from 1989, anybody buying from 1989 come down, is the PMP culture where I live through right now. Of criminality. So you can't talk say police was corrupt or them corrupt it. You understand? Both political party. And if you don't believe me and them thing there, you have another guest coming. So yeah, so we in Lonesome, yeah man, the best way to file the last, you have to refile it. Refile it, say the man is illegitimate. It doesn't have any certification and he's not a trained police officer. So the post should not be serving. It's null and void. And you just simple. You cannot take a person off the street because you like the person and you have the powers and appoint them to fly an airplane without they having a pilot's license or a certified person to fly an airplane. And it's the same thing. Any discipline that you're in, you're supposed to have training. So basically you're saying that because you have the powers, you just go ahead. And I know it's a breach of the Jamaican Constitution. So you're doing something that the police officers association should have done. This is what we in Cameroon, the politicians, should have been doing right now. And the police federation from a long time. But I'm afraid of the government. Because when PJ appoint Trevor, Macmillan, yeah, the police officer association, they were planning to sue Macmillan, but because the whole of them are PNP, them don't want to upset them government, them party and them government. But if I was a part of the hierarchy structure, but Gazette wrong, I would take them to court because the man have no police certification or experience. He's not a law enforcement officer. He can't just get up and turn somebody in a police. That's madness. Madness. But yeah, this is a step, nice, it's a kind of good move. It's a good move still, but we don't say it political, but you do it. And between me and you, whether or not you want to believe it, you make a whole heap of police friend with this. But when I say whole heap, I thought that, man in line want to become commissioner of police because they realize now, say, it's a part of the cabinet. Yes, man. So, lonesome. Yeah, in the end, I forgive some credit for this and them thing there. Because you set the pace and them thing there, that's, want a man from outside. You feel say it's a political thing you're doing, but eventually, you're setting the pace that no outsider can come inside of the police force. I may apply for that. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Jamaica Young Police channel out. Yeah, so, here it is, we have, pass on our advice to, the anti-police activists. We in Lonesome. We don't know the man. It's just based on the man rhetoric because I've never heard him anything positive over there. Try to educate the youth them and tell them to stay away from crime and violence and let them know that two riches in crime and violence is the mag or prison. I heard him bigging up some men who have breach people human rights, but he always promoting them and bigging them up and as if it's something cool. But that's how it is when you have low IQ, and it's really amazing to see when a fool have intelligent people in the palm of their hands. You know that the fool evil get to destroy smart intelligent people's psyche. I don't know how them people that do it still, but man, for people who have masters and all them thing there in the company of the fool, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it is, another day in the fool's paradise. The fool's paradise promoting the criminal's paradise. But we in Lonesome, so if you want, as I've stated and say it again, just let your lawyer edit do an amendment to the lawsuit and add that the commissioner of police is illegitimate. He has no law enforcement certification and the appointment is null and void. And fourth, he has no law enforcement experience. And they just simply make an argument, say you cannot, the lawyer just make a simple argument, you cannot pick someone who has no form of certification and turn them into something because you like that person or because that person is affiliated with government. It doesn't work like that. And you just simply just use a plane. You couldn't pick up Major Antony Anderson and give him a plane and say, alright, flight, you're a pilot, and he has no training or certification. That's madness. And it's the same thing with the police force. So you cannot emphasize with them because he knows nothing. And you can show that the man don't know anything about police. Every day on the street, I pay a camera and mic him up and them thing there. The man is like a celebrity police. But Jamaican people love commissioner of police like him, You understand? But one thing that we haven't seen he has done as yet is to make sure that every police officer is armed on and off duty. It doesn't matter how many years of service them have. Yes, they must be armed. Because his life them have is one life them have. What? Thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police channel out.